Many years ago I decided to buy a narrowboat, and upon that decision I decided to travel the country, and upon that decision to travel the country I decided to film it eventually in the end. It started off with engine work and stuff like that, but eventually it turned into me travelling. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, why don't you sit back and put your feet up, put your feet down, come on rippers. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? Lots of building work going off. I don't know how the owners of these cottages must feel about that building work and all that view being taken, all the sun being taken by the tall buildings. I'm not sure. It's gorgeous, look. Right, I'm going to turn here. Some kind of storm front coming in. Look at that. Wow. Something coming in there, isn't there? There it is. Something coming in there. Ooh. Perfect. Mate, what do you think of that cruise up the Lee? Oh, you loved it. I know I did as well. It's great, isn't it? Are you looking forward to exploring this place? Yeah, so am I, Ripper. I must say, thanks for the welcome. The town grew around a ford on the River Lee, near its confluences with the River Mimrom, Bean and Rib. The Lee is navigable from the Thames up to Hertford. Fortified settlements were established on each side of the ford in 913 AD. The county of Hertfordshire, or Hertfordshire if you want to call it, was established at a similar time, being named after and administered from Hertford. Who writes this stuff? Hertford Castle was built shortly after the Norman conquest of 1066 and remained a royal residence until the early 17th century. Hertfordshire County Council and East Hertfordshire District Council both have their main offices in the town and are major employers, as is Macmullen's Brewery, which has been based in the town since 1827. The town is also popular with commuters, being only 20 miles, 32 kilometres north of central London and connected to it by 2 railway lines.
This is my rail. I got here first. No, it ain't. Get off. This is mine. I'm telling you, no, get off me. This is not your rail, it's mine. I'll see who that is, yeah. I'm off. Wait till I come back, mate.
Hertford's recorded history dates back to Saxon times, when Theodore of Tarsus presided over the church synod of 673. It has grown from a fortified burh at the time of the Norman invasion to a modern prosperous town, playing host to kings and queens along the way. So this place has got some fascinating history, and it goes way back to 673. It's unbelievable, the history. There's some great buildings to see, a wonderful place to walk around and spend a few days. There's still loads of interesting early architecture in Hertford, and some of the old buildings. There's an old police station that's been converted into something else. I don't think it's a police station anymore, but I want to get down to the castle and look around the grounds. Come on rippers. This section of the wall, 7 feet thick in places, is probably the best preserved piece of the castle defensive walling. It was built during the strengthening of the castle by Henry II, 1170-1174. Later repairs to the wall can be seen by the presence of red bricks in several places. There, look, there. This red brick was prevalent. All of a sudden red brick came along. It's really strange. Must have got a new supplier or something. Behind lies the mound with a small black door, now under a grating. This is an ice house built during the 18th century, when the gatehouse was used as a private mansion. Ice houses were formed of an early refrigerators which used ice cut from rivers to store food for the long periods of time. Same in London, wasn't it? You used to bring it in from Norway, the ice. Fabulous. I won't get through. I won't go round. Oh, it's just there. Wow, look at that. Let's have a look, Rippeth. Oh, what's that? What on earth is that there? Rippeth. Wow. Looks like it's an ashtray and a cup holder now. Oh, a lot of history. And it's turned into that. Oh, incredible, isn't it? Doesn't look very defensive to me. You easily ram this down, couldn't you? That's what's underneath. I don't know. This is the inner walls as far as I'm concerned. This is all the crap that's inside of the wall, and the outside was much nicer. There's a little footpath down the side of the wall. You can trundle down and have a look at it. There's not a lot to see, it's just a wall that goes down. You can trundle along, which is, well, whatever, isn't it? Not much to see really. There's a sight, isn't it? Wow. Crikey, let's try and get in. Is it open? Wow, it's open tomorrow, not today. No visiting today, Rippers. It's Saturday. It's a bloody Saturday. Oh well. No visiting today. Let's have a walk around. I was looking forward to going in the castle and having a look around, but time's limited and the moorings are only 48 hours, I believe. They could be longer, I'm not sure, but I want to. It'll be the third day tomorrow, so I want to get off. So I'm going to have to miss the castle. Look at you lot! How's his tongue out? Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. Where are you going? Where are you going, pal? It's a lovely heist, isn't it? Lovely heist. That's how it used to look. Go in there, into the castle where we looked earlier, I'd imagine. Surrounded by these walls, and all of the posh people living in there. All Rogers living in it. Roger! Yes, Roger! Yes, Roger! 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 He's the outcast Roger. And you get the lords and the ladies Rogers living in the castles. In the castle there, and he's probably all the servants. But they'd have to keep these people happy, otherwise they'd all move out. So there must be some relationship going off. Must be a good leader, wouldn't they? Norman Moat before that. It was the Normans, not Rogers in those days. Norman! 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 That'd be silly. The moat protected the castle. Living quarters were in the area to the right of the mound. Well, to the right of the mound, known as the Bailey. Both moat and bailey were originally enclosed by moats fed from the River Lee. Wow. Completely and utterly organic in those days, wasn't it? There was nothing, there was no fertilisation, well there's fertilisation, but there's no chemicals, no nothing. No planes in the air, there was no motor, nothing. It must have been pure as anything in the air. Apart from We need to go to the toilet and it wasn't pure. Right, let's crack on. Well, across the river stands a large earthen mound known as the Motte, which was that. And that was built soon after 1066. The moat was the principal defensive point of the early castle and is now the oldest surviving part. Another look, where's that then? Ooh. Is it through here it is? It's not there. Have a look. No, can't see it. It's not down here. I think it was that place at the start that was that archway I showed. I think that's the old defensive mound that was there. It's an interesting place, this is. Dotted about the town there's some really early buildings. Oh mate, you're right. Old Burgess House, built 1450, the oldest surviving domestic building in Hertford. Wow. Look at that, the old. Beautiful old beams in there, look. Blimey, can you see in there? Beautiful old fireplace. Crikey. Another old fireplace, beautiful. Very slow, these buildings, you bang your head. Isn't that amazing? Beckwith and Son. Crikey. St Andrew's Church. Wonderful. As you walk around the town, you notice that there's plaques on different buildings telling you about what the building used to be, which is really interesting as well. These blue plaques. Site of the Ebenezer Strict and particular chapel, 1773. What's this? No, can't be it. Little flats. And this John Tate was the first to make paper in England, 1494. Wow, paper mill. Bridge nipples. North Road House, 1827, home of Thomas Smith, architect who's working through the North Road Crescent, opposite and the county hospital. Ooh. Very nice. I had a lovely walk round, so it's time to get back for a coffee, Rippers. Not much going, it's a nothing day really. I've walked around this morning, done the castle, which was closed. Now it's raining and it's windy and it's not very warm. I might go to the museum in a bit. I'm moving tomorrow, it's 12:30 now, kettle's on. One of those just sitting around, potting around days, you know. I might actually weld that chimney today. I've got some fire blanket, I can weld it indoors. I'm having that angle there, see the angle? Beep, 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 because it's further away from the wall, and it's further away from the wall that way, so that's a lot better and safer that way, I think. That's all I can do really at the moment. My walk earlier, I managed to scrump these out somebody's garden. Don't turn over the fence. Over the fence, scrumpies, rippers. I didn't go over the fence. These were common ground. I just walking past on the road and noticed these apples on the floor. I thought, ooh, apple crumbles for later. Can I do apple and banana crumbles? Oh, I love these. I don't normally eat lots of sweets or chocolate, but this one, once you start eating these, you can't stop. think I'll have one actually. Ooh, hold up, camera off. Actually, I'd 3 in one go. Oh, you're so greedy, Will. I can't help myself.
And I open up my Gmail, and how many unread emails have I got? Yes, 89,200.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. Just raining all afternoon. It's now time. Not been anywhere, not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm just faffing around on my keyboard with computer, trying to learn something. Something my fingers don't want to learn. We need the rain anyway. We do need a bit of it. River's a bit low. Oh, the world's coming to an end. Oh, the end is nigh. Oh, no, that's what you keep hearing, don't you? But it's the same temperature as it's always been. Don't let it fool you. It's a nonsense, the weather thing. Climate change. Climate's always changing. It's ridiculous. Don't fall for this new religion of climate. God, it's like a new Christ, isn't it? Potatoes are quickly turned. Sorry, those apples are quickly turned. I'm just cooking potatoes now, look, for me. For my dinner. They've quickly turned into a crumble. Cinnamon in there, sugar, and those apples. I've got the crumble ready to go on top, which is porridge oats, flour, cinnamon, sugar, and that's almost about ready. I still like it to be slightly firm and not too mushy. Makes a nice crumble, doesn't it? But that's a bit too firm at the moment. A little bit longer on that. Dinner time. A few raisins, and then I'm going to put the on the top. Oh, I better use 2 hands. This could turn out messy. A bit of crumble mix on the, oh dear, on the top. 2 hands. I think that is bursting. There's too much stuff in it. Might boil over. I better put it on a tray. Stick it in the oven, shall we? There we are. Let's stick it in there for 20 minutes. Right. Happily thumbs up. Oh, that's hot. There we are. Oh, bloody. I lost it. Crumble for the consumption of with cream and a dish. Beautiful. With cream. Hope it's not gone off, it's reduced. Double creams is precious. Into there it goes, and into my belly it goes, consumed into one's body, and then one would sit down and be merry. To film properly, it's quite tough, which is good. Oh, steamy goodness. I've got some raisins on it as well, so is that enough? Do you want some more? What do you mean you want some more? I'm so greedy. Happy now. Got some creams on it. Oh, how much cream do you want? What do you mean you want more? You're bloody greedy, aren't you? Come on. There we are. From tree to dish in about 3 hours. The next morning I cycled down to Screwfix and I got some of that cement for my chimney, so I can start work now on that. Oh, here we go. We're leaving Hertford now. This is it. Finished. Over. Enjoyable. Yes. Scale out 1 to 10. 9 for enjoyability and interestingness. Thank you.